In the kitchen design, we'll begin with the room specification, where a number of attributes can be defined, such as room name and the floor and ceiling heights. There are additional settings for moldings, wall coverings, materials, and other characteristics. Now that this room is defined as a kitchen, notice that the room label and the square footage is displayed. Next, I'm going to change my layer set to my kitchen and bath set. Layer sets are groupings of specific layers turned on or off, such as these wall details I wanted to hide. Layer sets make it quick to change between floor plans, electrical, and kitchens, so you see only those layers applicable to the work you are doing. Layers and layer sets are discussed in more detail in the construction drawing section of the video. I'll be placing the cabinets in a 3D perspective view. Choose the floor camera and drag it toward the area where the cabinets are going to be placed and then release. Using the Base Cabinet tool, click in the corner of the room to place the cabinet. Notice that the program recognizes the cabinet is being placed in the corner and automatically creates a corner cabinet. Next, let's place a base cabinet along this wall and then resize it by selecting the drag handles and adjusting it to the desired size. Using the Center tool, the cabinet can be centered on the window. To place the sink in this cabinet, select a sink from the library catalog and click on the cabinet to place it. In this example, we placed an undermount sink by clicking on the cabinet. We can just as easily place farm and vessel sinks in the same way. Notice the label updated to a Sink Base 39 in the Plan view. Cabinet labels are dynamic and update as you make changes to the cabinets. Chief Architect supports both manufacturer and custom or generic cabinets. So far, I've only placed generic cabinets, which can be customized to create very specific styles. To customize the cabinet, open the cabinet specification. You can see all the options you have available to customize your cabinets, including shapes, sizes, countertops, face items, framed or frameless, door and drawer styles, hardware, and many more options. There are literally thousands of cabinet combinations that can be made in Chief Architect. For the sink base cabinet, let's remove the drawer face item, and you can see the updated cabinet here in 3D. I'll place 2 more cabinets next to the corner. For the cabinet on the left, I'll resize it to 18 inches and create a bank of 3 drawers. For the cabinet on the right, I'll resize to 21 inches and create single drawer for a trash pullout. I'll also move the handle up. For the corner cabinet, I'll create a concave shape and mark the option for a Lazy Susan. Again, notice that the cabinet labels have updated in the plan view. Now I will bump the sink base and place 2 more cabinets. You can select generic or name brand styles. In this case, I'll use styles offered by the manufacturer Dura Supreme. So let's browse to the cabinet catalog to choose a door and drawer style. Let's select a wood species and color this manufacturer offers. To change the color, I will use the stain mode of the Material Painter. Let's preview some additional styles on these cabinets to aid in the final style selection. With the Material Painter, you can change the color and material of any element in your design: cabinets, countertops, flooring, and more. I want this to be a modern-looking kitchen, so I will change the doors and drawers to slabs, update the hardware, and paint all of the cabinets white. And I will set this as my default that all new cabinets will use. These initial cabinets that were placed are actually going to become the kitchen island later in the video. So I will group select all of them and add to my library. This is a powerful feature that you can use to build up your portfolio of design elements. Now I'll delete the window and these island cabinets so I can place new cabinets and appliances along the back wall. I'll use the wall elevation this time to place the cabinets and appliances. You will find a specific camera tool for wall elevations that you can select and drag toward a wall. To begin, I will place a 48-inch cook range and use the center tool to center it exactly on the midpoint of the wall. I'll repeat this process for the cook hood. Now, I will place a base cabinet on the right side of the range. Notice that the cabinet has the default styles we previously set. I will copy the cabinet to the other side of the range using the Copy and Reflect About tool. Select Copy, Reflect About tool, and then the object you want to reflect about. For this cabinet on the left side of the range, I will open it and remove the drawer to make it a full-height base cabinet. I'll place one more base cabinet near the left side of the wall and make it a 3-drawer base. In the front panel, I will add a new 8-inch drawer below the top drawer. Then change the bottom door to a drawer. For the refrigerator opening, I'll use the partition tool and place one near the cabinet on the right, and in the specification panel, change the dimensions to 84 inches high and 24 inches in depth. From the library, we'll place a refrigerator and bump it to the partition. Using the Copy and Reflect About tool, we'll create a partition to the left. I'll bump the base cabinet here on the left to the partition and resize it to 36 inches. When I resize cabinets, they resize in 3-inch increments, but you can create any custom size to a 1/16 of an inch. Now I'll place a filler to the left side of the base. The filler will automatically size for us. You can also turn on the setting to have the program automatically create fillers for you. In this plan, I have them turned off so I can precisely control the cabinets in my design. On the right side, I'm going to place a full-height cabinet with a double oven from the library. This is a cabinet and appliance configuration that I frequently use, so I have saved a copy to my favorites library. Now I'll place a wall cabinet on both sides of the cook hood and one above the refrigerator. For this cabinet above the refrigerator, I'll bump it into place and stretch it to a 48-inch wide cabinet, 18 inches high. In the specification panel, change the depth to 24 inches. Now let's move on and place some dimensions. There are several dimension tools and settings for the dimensions that you can define for styles, formatting, and what items are to be located. Annotation sets are a way to control the dimension settings quickly depending on the type of view you are in. For example, a kitchen wall elevation is typically at half-inch scale and dimensioned in inches to the wall finish, while a framing view is typically at quarter-inch scale in feet and inches and ignores the wall finish surface. I'm using annotation sets to control my dimensions and other defaults in this video. You can learn more about using annotation sets in our training video library. For the wall elevation dimensions, I will use the annotation set NKBA 1E and drag the dimension ruler through the bottom of the cabinets. If the dimension does not locate an item, I can easily add the item, like these partitions, by selecting the dimension line and dragging this diamond handle onto the object. I could also remove a dimension by pulling a diamond handle off an object. Now I'll use the end-to-end dimension tool for the total wall length and drag that below the first set of dimensions. For the center line dimensions on appliances, I'll switch my annotation set to NKBA2 Appliance Center Lines, which will modify what the dimensions are locating, and I'll drag the centerline dimension tool through the cabinets and then position the dimension line in between the two dimensions. Chief Architect includes automated dimensioning tools. One of these tools follows the National Kitchen and Bath Association's standards. By selecting the NKBA Auto Wall Elevation, you can quickly add dimensions to the wall elevation and customize to your style. This is a quick way to place your key dimensions. Before I close the wall elevation, let me add a crown molding and our backsplash. For the crown, I will shift-click on the oven and wall cabinets. On the molding panel, I will add a crown from the library and set the dimension. Notice there is an offset value you can enter for vertical and horizontal if you are creating a buildup of multiple moldings. The molding profiles in the library are a simple 2D drawing. You can draw your own custom profile or import a profile from your favorite millwork manufacturer, and the program will automatically extrude the profile for you in 3D. For the backsplash, I will select the 2 wall cabinets and on the General panel, choose the option Backsplash to Base Below. This setting will automatically generate a backsplash using the default materials we had defined for the cabinets. To create the backsplash behind the cook hood, I will use the Custom Backsplash tool. You can create various shapes, including arcs, with this tool. I'll set the thickness to a 1/2 inch and then match the material from the wall cabinets. Let's close the wall elevation and use the 3D perspective view camera to see the kitchen. Now I'm going to paint the crown. In the library, I'll search for Sherwin-Williams paint code SW6258 to use a specific color that I can apply to the crown. I'm also going to use the material eyedropper and select the glass from the windows and apply it to the 2 wall cabinets. In a split-screen view, I'm going to place the island that we previously created in the video and apply the same black to the cabinets. I'll place a few more items from the library, including our raised counter, seating, and accessories. There are thousands of items in the library you can use to detail and accessorize your plans and to help you sell and stage your design work. Once the elevation details are completed, we can send them to a layout page, at which time the scale of the drawing can be defined. The layout area is where working drawings or construction documents are created. These features are discussed further in the Plan Sets section of the video.